You wake up, falling. Cold air slams into you like a wall. Your ears burst from the pressure. You can't see, you can't breathe, you can't think because you're not supposed to be awake yet. Something's glued to your chest. It ticks. It burns. You spread your wings out of instinct, and that's when you realize you're not in a cave, you're in the sky. Thousands of bats are falling around you, each with a tiny explosive strapped to their body. You are a weapon now. You are a bat bomb. You don't remember where you came from. A limestone cave somewhere in New Mexico, where soldiers crawled in with nets, snatching your colony from the ceiling like harvest. They shoved you into cold metal canisters, stacked in rows, each labeled with military precision, expendable. They said it was for victory. They said you'd help end the war, but you were just the delivery system, a disposable miracle of biology with wings. Your captors were American scientists, and your creator was a dentist. His name was Lytle S. Adams. He had an idea. Fill bombs with bats, strap miniature incendiary charges to them, release them over Japanese cities at dawn, let them roost in wooden rooftops, and watch the world burn. It wasn't madness. It was science, with no conscience. They tested you in the desert. Hundreds of metal canisters dropped from planes at 5,000 feet, parachutes deployed. The hatches opened, and thousands of bats spilled into the air like black rain. Each of you carried a napalm-based timed fuse. Each of you was a flying spark. But you didn't understand war. You just wanted darkness. You flew into hangars, barracks, fuel tanks, and sometimes back into the scientists' own buildings. The results were horrifying. One base accidentally burned itself down. Officers watched helplessly as their own experiment turned their facility into a firestorm. They called it Project X-ray. The press never knew. The public never saw. But for a moment in 1943, you were the most terrifying weapon on Earth because you weren't metal. You were alive. You weren't trained. You were tortured. They froze you into hibernation so you'd stay still. Then, when it was time, they dropped you from the sky. Imagine waking mid-fall, ice cracking off your body, the roar of engines fading behind you. You spread your wings, feel the fuse ticking on your stomach, and fly toward the nearest shadow. You hide in a roof beam, a bell tower, a barn. You think you found safety. Then the timer hits 0. The flash lights up the dawn. Your colony erupts in synchronized fire. Roofs collapse, civilians run screaming, and the world learns a new kind of horror, one that flaps. But the war moves faster than you. By the time you're perfected, humans invent something worse, the atomic bomb. Compared to that, you're obsolete. You never see combat. You never drop over Japan. You die in labs, in test fields, in cages. Your wings break under straps. Your heart stops in cold metal hands. The files close quietly. The idea is buried, the photographs locked away. You become a myth, a rumor too absurd to be true. A story that starts with, "Did you know America once weaponized bats?" But it's all true. And now, imagine what it means to be that weapon. You were born to eat insects, to hang in caves, to sing through echoes. You evolved for darkness, not destruction. But humans saw in you a delivery system. They replaced your heartbeat with a fuse. You were turned into ammunition. Your colony, once measured in thousands, was reduced to payload capacity. Your wings were categorized by size and lift. Your body weight was ballast against explosive yield. You were no longer a bat. You were data. You were proof that humanity can look at life and see only logistics. Decades later, the project files resurface. Historians laugh at the absurdity. Cartoonists draw it like a joke, bats flying out of bombs like Halloween decorations. But behind the joke was the truth. You burned alive in a war you didn't start, for a cause you didn't understand, in the name of progress that forgot mercy. You were the perfect soldier, silent, obedient, and unaware. So, why does it suck to be born a bat bomb? Because you were designed to die beautifully. Because you never had a choice between darkness and fire. Because humans saw your flight and thought it looked like the perfect way to deliver death. You never fought for anyone, you just burned for them. Thank you for watching. If this story blew your mind, Hit subscribe, drop a like, and stay tuned for more stories about the creatures and creations that prove sometimes the monsters are the ones building the weapons.